right, everyone. Well, welcome to another day of broadcasting awesomeness. I'm Richard Carlton here at fmtrain.tv. I'm going to get my screen all dialed in and set for you folks. One of the things I wanted to bring up today a little bit real quick for you, but while we get going here, if you have budget and you're willing to pay and you have some a FileMaker solution or a Claris solution, whatever we call it these days, that needs to be kind of like a makeover, Nick has cycles to pick up a customer. So if you have interest in that, you need to email support at RC Consulting and we can go down that road. In terms of the upcoming broadcast schedule, today and tomorrow, Nick, that'll be awesome. It will be recorded. Jacob Taylor will be here on Monday. I may or may not be here. It depends on what's going on. Mr. Taylor is going to be covering the install of Claris server. All right, so Nick, are you ready to do, if I quit sharing my screen, are you ready to pick up the conversation on your training? All right, yeah?
Yes.
All right,
yes.
so, all right, I quit sharing my screen. So what are we doing today and what's happening? Tell us.
Okay, so today it's day 2 of the, what's the name? The first week, the deep design, the deep dive in the design, right? So, and this week was all about master detail. So this was the topic of the week. So yes, so this week is the master details. So we have a session like this every week. We have a new team, a new theme. So it's this week is master details. I'm watching the agenda is we have the following week. So next week is working with complex layouts, right? So how to deal with when you have a lot of things in the layout, when you have a busy layout, right? Then we have another week. It's all about card style window, the card style window, how we can use this and how we can, have fun with this. And then we have another session that is the how to create good-looking layouts. Right. So we have every week we have a theme, and and I'm going to follow up like this. And so, but this week is all about the master detail. Right. So today. Yesterday I was showing you, so let me share my screen right there. Yesterday we left where we were building this kind of a construction here, right? We have the master detail using local data, right? So that was the master detail using the Polo, using the current table. Okay, so that was yesterday. So today we're going to use the master detail, but with what we call related records. Okay, so like this, we have master detail like this. If I go to accounts and I go to notes, so I have a master details, right? So we can change the data here and the data here, the data here. So this is within one record. So I'm in this record here. Within one record, we have a master detail, right? Using related records. And we see that this requires a little bit more work than this one, okay? Because here, pretty much, we have to build everything, okay? So how this works, okay? So pretty much, it works the same way as a standard Polo. So this, I can show you. This is working with one Polo, right? One Polo here. And here you have a set of fields, right? So let me get rid of this for now. We have a set of fields. So get rid of this. We have fields here and we have a Polo. We have a Polo with thing here, and we have fields next to the Polo. And all together, they look like they belong together. Right? So they look like this, okay? Like this, like this. We know this is the list for this, all the thing on the right. And this here, because of how it is laid down, we can figure out that these two belong to each other, right? Especially because you have the date, you have the new note, and you can change this, okay? You can change the title here, right? Okay. So this is a master detail with related records. So pretty much, let me do something here. How it works, because this is what is important. So let's create a layout here, right? Let's create a layout. Let's make this here, that I can copy paste element from here, mouse, accounts, homomorphism data. Okay. So pretty much it is like, so let's say we have account, and we have billing states, city like this one. Okay. Okay. So we have this stuff here. Okay. So this is the account I'm in. Okay. And I can navigate from the account like this. Okay. So let's take this one. And let's say I have my notes. Okay. And my notes. So typically, a beginner, a FileMaker developer beginner will build something like this. Okay. So we build something like this. So we have the table and we go to the tier 1i. Okay. And so I'm in node I. Okay. And here, so you have, this is nodes, right? And here, right, people will do something like this. We'll do a big poll. We do a big poll like this, right? And we start filling up with fields like this. So we go to the T01I and put a date. Okay, so let's put a frame here. Okay, so we put a date. We start filling like this. We put a title, not subjects, right? We'll do something like this. And the not type. So we'll do something like this, right? And it will put the text. So pretty much this is something we all build, right? We all build the same thing, okay? So we build this, so like this. So you have the text here, text here, text here. You can change the text. Oh, why it's like this? It's not I? Yeah, it is one I. It is oh, it is one I. Sorry for that. Okay. So you have the text here, hello. So you have this, right? So you understand the problem of this is that, okay, you have the date, you have the title, subjects, and I don't know, mail. Okay, so you have it here. So what you can do, you said, yeah, but we can put a separation, right? Yeah, we can put a separation. We can do this. So let's put a separation like this. So now I have a separation. So it's cleaner, right? So we can do things like this, right? But you feel the problem here is that if you start having things like this, okay, if you start having things like this, you have a problem, because when you have a big chunk of text like this, right? Or if you have big chunk of text, so we can arrange this, make it better with the focus, make it white, the background. So when you click, it become white like this. So, but if you have something like this, you see the problem, right? You see the problem is so it's really, really cumbersome to use. You know, it's difficult to use, right? It doesn't look good, right? And so you understand the problem. So how we can, and if you have a lot of notes, you know, when you have something like this, you don't even know where you are anymore. You know, it's not comfortable. It's not great. The experience not good. It's easy to do, but it's quick and dirty. Okay, so this is out of the box from FileMaker. So, but what we want to do, we want to fix this. Okay, we want to fix this. We want to make it good. Okay. So what the idea? The idea is to get this, right? And get something good looking, right? And make it that we can edit this in a very comfortable manner. That is the purpose of the master detail, okay? Is to have a way to identify, browse, select something, okay? Because this is what the master detail is doing. Identify, right? Browse, identify, and select. This is what it's doing, okay? This portal. So we want something similar like this. So we can just get rid of this, okay, and copy the good-looking portal. So you understand that this is the same. The same portal is pointing to the same thing. T01i, T01i is the same, right? But we don't have everything. What we have here in this portal, we arrange in a way that looks great. We arrange in a way what can identify the thing. So it's the node type is on top because it's the type. It's what you know you want to. This is what help you identify the type and the date. This will make the most prominent differentiation between between nodes, right? So this is what you need to put on top. It's the most generic. So when you want to put a classification, a hierarchy, when you want to put a hierarchy in something like this, you need to think about the most generic on top and then the most detailed on the bottom. So the generic on top and the detailed on the bottom. So the generic is the node type. This is the most generic. And then you have the subject, which is another, is less generic, but is more generic than the text. The text goes to the explanation. The subject, there's less explanation. And the type is something much more generic, right? And the date, of course, the date is it's an identifier, important. So you have to choose yourself where to put it. Here, to organize something, and so this is part of the course I'm going to do. You know, when you do the organized complex layout, right? I'm going to explain this. But for example, here, when to decide to put side-by-side fields like this. So when to decide, right? So when to decide. This is something I am controlling. Why? Because I have here a value list. So this is something I am controlling. I have full control on this, okay? And so I have full control on this. So when you have control, right, of the data, that means it's not something that you can edit and stuff like that. When you can control the data that you are inside the field, you can put fields side by side, especially dates. We know the dates will never go far depending on the format. It can be far. You can do something like this, but you control it. So if I choose this type of format here, I'm taking control, right? So I'm in control of this. This will never change. This will never be in one record like this big and another record 5 times bigger. No, it's not possible. So the date is controllable. And this is manageable. This I have control. This I can see, I know what's there, right? So I can calibrate and I can decide, I can take the decision, okay, I can put those 2 fields side by side because I am controlling them, okay? In this case, so you understand that it's an election that you need to make. It's by, each case different, okay? Each case different. So here, the subject and the text is not controllable, but I don't care. I'm taking I'm taking all the width of this, if I need, I can make it a little bit bigger, right? And I can put, the subject, and I can put, to make sure that I can see, subject most of the time is not something you will put something, a lot of text there, right? So, but still, it's okay. And the text, it's okay. You will never have the full text, or if you have the full text, good luck, you have a good luck. But we don't care. It's just to get a sense. And this is okay if I'm showing only the first, the first words. It's just to help the reading of the master detail. But I don't want here, the purpose here is not to show something like this, okay? We show the first words is to help identify, okay? So now, that being said, so I organize my stuff. So it's a case by case, it's something, this works for that scenario, but maybe you have another scenario that won't work. So you need to come with another type of construction, right? And this is something you learn with experience, how to build master detail, right? Like this. That's something you get with experience, okay? So now that I have my master here, so you can see it's the same information, right? So I have the same information here, right? It's not sorted the same way, but it's okay. So here I have all the thing here, and I have the same here, okay? So, inbound email, so it's because this one is sorted, this one is not, okay? So, but you understand what's going on here. So we have the date, we have the, the type, the subject, right? And we have, so if I change the subject here, okay, it would change here, right? It change here. Low, see? So this. So now that I have a master, I want to organize my text block, okay? So I want to organize the other side of I want the detail of the master, okay? So here, what do I do here? Let's put some white here in the background. Okay, so let's put some background here too. Make sure that's okay. So here I have the date, I have the type, I have the subject, and I have the text, right? So I have here, I have this, the type, the subject, and the text, right? The date, type, subject, text. So and it's organized in a way that it's easy to edit, it's better to edit something like this than to edit something like this. Okay, so in my opinion, I think so. So, you know, it's better to do something like this. Okay, so you have a better understanding of what's going on, especially when you have a lot of things, because here, okay, so how this can be comfortable to edit when you have something like this, right? So see, so here it's clear, there's no surprise, okay? So, but now, how we can build something like this? So how we build this, okay? So you understand that here I'm using two relationships. Actually, I'm using three, because there's another aspect that you need to do is how to create a new one. Because I understand FileMaker, we have the lazy way of going to the last row and typing on the last row, right? Okay, this concept, it's a FileMaker only concept. So somebody that is going to use your solution coming from outside of the FileMaker world will never ever know that to create a new record, a new related record, it needs to go to the last record of this one, you know, like this. If you go to the T10I, right? T10I, and you go there, no, the T01. T01I, okay, and you do this, a low creation, right? In that case, now, if you go to the last one, oops. If you go to the last one, you can create a new record. But there's no way somebody that doesn't know that to figure out, no way. So that's why I prefer to use add a note button, okay? But to use this, you know, we have a way. So this is the FMSP way, but that's another way that I'm going to show you. Okay, so how to do this construction? First, we need one relationship, the T01I. So what the T01I do? Something very simple. It does. It's like a standard portal. You show all the records that attach to these accounts, right? You know, that's it. So so all the nodes with this account, you show all. Okay, you show all. And then you have another one, you have another relationship here to show this and that the current nodes. Okay, so you have another relationship. This is a T01I show all, and we have the T01J here that show only the current nodes. Okay, the ID current node. So we have a fields, right? ID current node, right? And you put there the node that is currently active. Okay. So how, and thanks to this, so this, right? This here, of course, yeah, I forgot to mention that all the nodes, every single records of the node has its own master key, okay, primary key. Every single record you're going to create in nodes, you have a primary key always. Okay, so but anyway, you know, in in all my development, every single table, in all the table, I'm putting a primary key. On every single table, on every single, because we never know. It can be useful to have a primary key available in every single table you create. Every table, a primary key. So here we have a nodes. All the nodes has a primary key. So that means a key, a different key that I can use. So every single node can be identified by an ID. Okay. So what happened with this? Okay. So now that I have the relationship that shows me all, and the relationship that shows me only one node based on its ID, I have my master detail. Just what I need to do, I need a button in the portal. I have the button here. In the portal, let's put some white in the background. So in the portal here, I have a button, and this button here, this button is going to take the ID of that node and put here. So let me show you. It's going there, ID nodes, is taking this ID, right? And is putting this on the current table, ID current node. Okay. So what is doing? So what is button doing? Okay. It's taking this ID and it's putting here. Boom. It changed because I changed the relationship. So this ID, I copy this and I paste this. Boom. Copy this, paste this. Boom. But instead of doing copy or paste, we have a button that says paste, 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 right? Set field, set field, set field, set field, okay? So each time I'm doing set field, set field, set field, I'm changing the ID. So it's like doing this, 42, 46, right? So it changed like this, 38, right? So I'm changing ID by change. I'm changing nodes by changing the ID here, and the relationship is doing the rest. That means I put in that field that ID, and because I took it from that record there, so here I have only one record showing at a time because it's 1-to-1. It's a 1-to-1 relationship, right? So the T01J, it's a 1-to-1 relationship, and you can tell it's a 1-to-1 relationship. When the T01I was 1-to-many relationship, 1-to-many. You can see you have the cow fit here, the cow foot. Here you don't have the cow foot. So when you have the cow foot here, maybe I can plus here. Okay. So when you have the cow foot here, it's 1-to-many. This is 1-to-1, right? So this is the relationship. So thanks to that relationship, right? And thanks to a script, a very simple script that do set field, right? The script do set this field with that data. Okay. Pretty much set this field with the ID of that relationship. Okay. So now that I have this, I have a master detail working. Right? So this is all what you need to do. Relationship. Okay. On FMSP, you have a flow. okay? Because it has been meant to be a file used locally, not on server. If you have this construction like it is now on server, you'll have a problem. What you need to do to not having problem is to put this global. Okay? If you don't, you have a big problem. And so you understand what I mean? So you need to have a global on server, because if you don't have a global on server, when you select a node, let's say I'm selecting that node, everybody on connected and showing that will see the selection. So that means everybody will see. When I do this, boom, 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 everybody will see. When you put a global, you cut this, because the global is on the server. When the file is running on server, the global it's only valid for you. That means I can put 38 here, another person 42, another person 43. I will see the 38, another person will see the 42, and another people will see the 46. So it's the global store data only for yourself during the session you're in. So if you don't put a global, everybody will see what you do, and you can have a conflict. Sometime you show something and somebody I click here and somebody click here and I re-click here and double click here, and so you can fight like that. You can have a selection fight. So do we have any question?
Yes, we do. We have one from ES. How to make this current note session based?
That's what I'm just said.
Okay. ES.
Sessions. That's what I answered the question, right?
Yes, that answered. Did the recent explanation answer your question, or are you still confused? And then Dimok answered his own question, but I'll ask it anyway. Why is ID current note not a global?
Yeah, that I just answered this, because it was FMSP is meant to be used as a local file, something that you don't. Yeah, you can have an auto enter with actually the auto enter is empty, to have nothing here. It's look, you have legacy, we call that, in FMSP since FileMaker 3.0. So sometimes you have things on FMSP that exist because it was the way we had like 30 years ago, and they have never been changed, because we don't want to change the behavior, or we don't want to, we never had complaints, or it's a change you can do yourself so easily, to change that to global. Actually, I think the person has put this to make sure that it's empty when you create a new record. I don't know. I have no idea what this. You have legacy on FMSP sometime that can come from the dark age of FileMaker. So I'm not concerned, but this, what I'm showing right now, is the right way to do it. The ID current node is a global. It should be a global. It should be a global. Right? It should be a J global. This is the right way. A global field. Because otherwise on server won't work. So let's move on if we don't have another question.
I believe that you were good to go.
Okay. So now I want to speak about, so that's very simple, right? So you click, and then you have a more comfortable, we can have this nice widget here, and you have a nice menu for this, and you can have a subject, So you have a well-organized type of, entering data, instead of having this cumbersome, hard to use type of, portal. And I can show you another one, because this is the file I'm using a lot. But you will see that's something tomorrow we're going to use this, or I can do it right now. By the way, let me open FileMaker 18 and strip down the starter solution that they didn't want me to do at the time. They didn't want me to use a master detail. So let me show you the results when you take that decision. When you don't want to use master detail. Research notes. It was a pity because, but we were running out of time. So I can understand the decision they take. This is a research notes starter solution, a piece of jewelry, by the way. Here we have the dates, subjects. See, dates, subjects, right? So you understand what I mean. So you have the poll like this, right? So you see and you have documents. Look this. You understand the problem here. So you can drag a document here. Here you put the title, your author, and then you have, I don't know. We don't know what it is. Right? Because that back in the day, we didn't have the placeholder. So you understand? So you have location, websites, notes, so you understand the problem here, right? When you have something like this and the media, same here, right? You don't even know what's going on, right? So title, your artist, title, your artist, and description. So you understand, and you have the remove button here on the bottom so it's not something great looking and good to use. So now, what I can do, and I'm going to do what I want to do now because I see the time running. So let's make a master detail for that, right? It's a good experience, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to do things like this. Right? So first, we can keep the same. Stuff like this, but instead of doing this, so we put like this small. Okay, we reorganize this like this, and we organize this like this. Okay, so I have my master. Okay, see, it was very easy to do so. I have my master, and we put that on the side, right? And I have my icon here to delete the button. And this, I can put it here. Okay, so I can do this. Oops. Okay. I can do this. So now I have a master. Okay. And I can even add, oh, no, 55. 5. Can even add 2 more. Okay. So I don't need the labels here, but I will need letter. So now I'm going to build the detail based on this, So I'm going to build this, the detail. So I have the dates, subject, notes. So how to build the details? I put back the date here, right? The title and the notes. of course, now we have cool stuff. We have the placeholder that we didn't have before, but I can put a label here if I want. Okay, I can put label, or I can put placeholder. It's up to you. I prefer for technical reason, I prefer to do this. Oh, why I cannot click here? Placeholder. Oh, that's FileMaker bug. Another bug they have doesn't allow me to enter things here. Subject. Okay. And notes. So, okay. So I have my master detail here, right? But now something is missing here. Okay. So we say, okay, what missing? Okay. It's missing the relationship. I have the relationship for this one, but I don't have the relationship for this one here. Okay. So I need to create a new relationship here, right? To place a node. So I need here, I need another relationship here, not selected, right? And for this relationship, in my research node, in my main here, I need a global field that I'm going to use for the nodes, So selected node, okay? And this global, right? So here I have the data. All the time I have, like I said, in every single table, I always put a primary key, okay? This is a primary key. So I have it, the primary key, so I can do this. I can do the research ID match field. I can just put this, okay? Oh, no. Hold on. No, because this is for this. I don't have, it's this because this is all Starter Solution. So I need my own ID nodes, okay? I need my primary key, okay? Oh, I can keep number. I need my own primary key, and I can put that as a get UUID number, okay? So I have my primary key here, right? I have it. So now I can use that into my oh, hold on. That's why I was, okay. I was confused. Sorry for that. I'm in the wrong thing. Normally I should have no, I don't have it. I need the primary key here. I need the primary key here. So ID nodes. So I need here in this table. I create on the wrong one. Okay. So I have the ID. I can get here and get UUID number or UUID, whatever. It's the same. So now I can say my global selected nodes with the ID node here, okay? So it's the global, so this field here, it's the selected not ID, okay? So I can now I have now my relationship for the not selected, because this ID will be unique. So this is the only relationship I need, right? And I am putting those fields with this relationship, okay? Here, right? And now what I need a button, right? I need a button. I can put an icon if I want. I need a transparent button. I don't have it here, no transparent button, but I can put it myself. I can create myself my own transparent button. Okay. Oh, I should have put that here. Here, 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 and here. So now I have my button here. So I can put my button here. Okay. So I'm not putting the button on top of on this one because this one is for delete, right? I'm putting on top of the fields. Okay. So I'm putting my button here. So now I have a button. Okay. So all the records have a button here. So I can let me clean up a little bit. This, make it so no border. So I have this. Okay. So, and I have my button. And what my button do is set fields the global selected nodes with the nodes ID. Okay. So, but I didn't have IDs before, so I need to create IDs in the nodes. Yeah. So I need to create IDs. Okay, so I need to go to the new layout. Okay, it's okay. So I need to be able to create, you know, I need a new layout to show the node ID. So nodes table. So I need this, and I need to put some IDs here. So blah, 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 blah. So I have two only, so I can, you know, I might have to build more. So here I click, see, it changed 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Here, okay. So I build a master detail in no time, just with a global field, an ID, and you know, and so typically we do this. We don't let this being bigger, and we get this being bigger. Okay. So this is a better construction. See. So this field, the node field going bigger. This is the subject field. This is the date, right? So you have something like this. So you see. So do we have any questions, Marge?
Yes. I understand to use a global for the selected note, but going to another record, the global point to the same selected note.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because if I do this, look, it doesn't matter. If I create a new record here, so I can't. Okay. If I create a new record here, right? So I have a way to, to prevent this, because that's what you say. If I go there, I'm showing the same. So I'm clicking here, I'm going to another record, and I'm showing the same. Okay, how to fix this? Just doing this. They're not the research node. Where the research nodes? Hold on. Okay, research ID. So you put the research ID with the research ID match field. You add 2. You have the selected nodes and the current record, the main record. So here now you do this. You don't show anything, and here you show it, but here no. It will wait until you select something else. You understand? Like, for example, if I do this, let me, because I need to create records here. If I do this, I'm creating records. Okay. Oh, yeah, So let's create records here. But I didn't build the creation button. I'm doing that tomorrow. The creation of the button creation, I'm doing that tomorrow. Why cannot edit this? Oh, because it's stupid. So I'm creating one record. Why I cannot? I don't understand why. Did I unlock this? No. Okay. I don't know why I cannot create. Okay. So anyway, you got the point here. Sorry for that. I don't know why I cannot create a record from here, and I don't want to spend my time doing it. So, so if you put two relationship now, so let's say, let's try to create a record manually, research ID. Okay, so it's ID number 2. Okay, so if I go to that layout, right, and I have ID nodes and research ID, okay, so I'm creating a new record, new record, and this I'm putting 2, 2, 2, 2, okay. So now I have I have a multiple records here. So I still don't understand why you're not showing it. Okay. I don't know. Sometimes, oh, the type match fields. Okay. What's the type? You need to, the type, it's, because I have two predicates, the type match field, the type match media. It's a media? Yeah, okay. So it's a media. I don't remember, it's so long time I built this stuff. Type match field. No, it was node. So let's put node or replace with nodes. So now, okay. So here I have two records. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4. See? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Right? So 3, 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is it's keep going to 1 here? Okay, so it's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and here I have those. So when you switch to another record, because the ID changed, the relationship, this one is valid. When you land in that record, it's still valid, but if you go to another record, it's not valid because it's waiting until you click this. And if you want to do something cleaner, you do this. You click those 3 things, you group them, and you say, is empty, the relationship you use for the selection. So if the relationship fails, right? If the relationship fails, you hide the button, you hide this. So here, the relationship works. If I go there, it failed, boom, the fields are gone. And you can say something like this. You place like this, and you say, select nodes, right? So you can put this here and put this 18, select a node, you put that here, and you said the opposite of this one. This one said is empty. Oh, this one says is empty this, and here you said not is empty. So it's the opposite. So now, and you put that here. So now you have something like this. Select a node, click. I'm selecting. So you go to another record, boom, select a node because this one doesn't work, right? So you need to select that. Okay. Do I answer the question here?
Do you have time to take a couple more questions, Nick, or do I have to save them?
Oh, yeah, sure, of course.
Okay. In one of my solutions, I have more records to enter that I can display, and I use, by your recommendation, the card style window to enter the data. But I'm displaying just date, description, and the total. What do you think about this? Mean the card style window, can it be a solution to enter more data? That's on Discord. There's a picture.
Yeah. I see this. So I can open the picture, so I can show the picture to everybody. So yeah, so you have a portal like this, and you show. Yeah, it's the best way. It's a good way. It's a good way to do this because you need something comfortable to edit things, right? So you need a support to, it's like, it's like when you have a workshop at home, you need a kind of something to, to put your tools and to put your, you need something like a table, right? A counter, right? You need a countertop, like in the kitchen, right? You put your food, you put your plate, you put your dish, So you need with the data, you need to do the same thing, You need to do the same thing, and you need to have a support to put the thing, where, to be comfortable, and that's a good way to do that. That's a good way to do it. Even if you have free fields, sometimes you have free fields, 3-4 fields, it's okay, but you need the support, and you need to take the time to build the thing correctly. Most of the time, those car style window, you can reuse them. When you used to have many car style window like this, you reuse, duplicate and reuse and duplicate, reuse, and but it is a right solution because it's comfortable, and you go directly to the you're not in the relationship anymore. So sometime, right? For example, let's say you are in contacts, right? And you want to edit notes, but notes has the table notes is related to other things. You have other relationship from notes. So sometimes it's good to just open the window, go to the context, and then from that context, because the cursor window, you can change context. When you are in the new context, then you have new relationship, but your original context, like the background, is not affected. You don't need the relationship. You understand? This is part of we have a CalStar window full week. So I'm going to explain that, right? I'm going to explain that, but this is the right way to do it. Other question?
Yes, we've got one from Michelle Gravel real quick. If you have 2 criteria for the current note, then it does not have to be a global field, ?
No, put a global field. It's always better to put those things global fields because they clean up when you quit. It's always better to get, even if you're alone. Take the good habits right away.
Okay. That being said, I think we're good, Nick.
Okay.
Thank you very much for doing this as always. We look forward to having you back tomorrow.
Okay. Yes.
Sorry, everyone, today about the weird kerfuffle with podcast. I'm going to get that fixed. I think it needs a whole system restart and some updates maybe that we're hiding. So we'll get that fixed for tomorrow. Again, thank you very much, Nick. We greatly appreciate it, and I'm going to run the music.
Okay. Everyone, see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Got a report of an individual up here who may be a FileMaker license. Well, it's potentially expired. Look at the back of that car right there. Looks like the FileMaker license has expired. Sir, I need you to step out of the vehicle. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir!